sir. Welcome back to the Moving on Purpose podcast, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. It's your boy Cooley.
Your boy B Stu.
And we are back for episode 12.
Damn.
I remember when we did the first one. We was over there in the bando.
We rolling now.
Came a long way.
Not in the trap house no more.
We out the trap.
We in the pool house now.
Today, we stepping into dangerous territory. Okay, just want to go ahead and prepare you, man. You gotta watch what you say and
I'm not
really
watching
watch
nothing. What you got for me, man?
Nah, say what you mean. What you say. Say what you mean.
Some
right?
Clickbait. What I got? Come on.
We're talking about marriage. We're talking about marriage. Okay, something that I'm still trying to figure out as I go.
Aren't we all?
As I go, there ain't no. I'm still waiting on that pamphlet on Amazon on how to drop, so I can go ahead and hit it prime overnight in the morning.
Stock.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So the topic of our episode today is marriage ain't 50-50.
You sure you want to do this? I want
to
check with you.
Already here.
We could remix if you don't want to go down this lane.
Marriage ain't 50-50. It's 100-100.
You sticking with it.
100-100, okay?
Here we go, y'all.
All right, let me check in with you first, man.
Notice he put his sunglasses back on, though,
since
right?
the last, man, allergies. So, it's been a little minute since the last one, okay? Mm-hmm. Let me check in with you. So, let's jump straight into it. What's one phrase your wife says that lets you know it means you in trouble?
We need to talk. We need to talk. I think that's common for every man. We need to talk. It might be universal for men and women use that line.
Yeah.
So we need to talk.
Yeah. I just think it's funny how.
That's a good one. I'm gonna use that one.
I just think it's funny how, and then the next one is okay. So that's what we doing.
That's more of a I'm already irritated statement right there, phrase, whatever you want to call it.
No, it's no, I'm good. I'm good. Nothing's wrong. I'm good. No, I'm good. That's what we're doing. That's how we're doing it. I'll be like,
here we go
in the doghouse.
I'm gonna ask you one more time. You sure you want to do this?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, I ain't
scared.
We here now.
I'm not scared.
You ain't went home yet.
Not scared.
Man. I'm just saying.
My wife ain't gonna probably watch this one. I'm gonna tell her we ain't do 12.
We skipped a week.
We skipped 12 with 13.
She really gonna go look for it now.
All right, so let's jump to these kicks of the day, man. I see you jaywalking over there.
Man, just some simple 12s, man. That's
12s.
Gotta bring the different shoes out. You making me pull stuff out the
boxes
man, that I ain't.
You looking like Steph Curry out here, man. I ain't know you had those.
Man, I'm on my shoe tour right now, man. I'm trying to find a deal. I'm trying to find a home.
I see you, man. Yeah.
I will be auctioning these off after I wear all of them, each and every episode for a good cause.
Who you auctioning them off to?
Man, whoever want to buy
Whoever want them. All right. They gonna get the shorts too? Because we ain't gonna skip over the Vince Carters you got on.
Man, I seen Toronto in 5th place and ain't playing. You was trying to clown on the last episode, disrespecting the plan, because y'all 5th. But, just representing Toronto right now.
We was in there 2 years ago. The Rockets was in there 2 years ago.
I'll be clowning too, so I get it. I understand.
No, the funniest thing.
I'll have my time.
The funniest thing is everybody said that wasn't a good trade. KD for Jalen Green. Jalen Green team went to the play-in, everybody healthy. Still got knocked out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we the 5th seed and our top rebounder and our top point guard.
And y'all in the same conference, same side, West.
So, and top point guard out the whole season.
But you can't measure. I know this ain't what we talking about on the episode, but you can't measure Green and KD. It's always gonna be a good trade.
I got you. But a lot of folks said that we pulled the trigger on it too quick because we traded youth for
because y'all trying to win now.
Yeah,
y'all are trying to win now with a great head coach that took Boston far. Mm-hmm. So you got young talent that you. So when you make trades like that for teams, executives, and all that stuff, you know what you have in your facility. Mm-hmm. You know who's working. You know who's making excuses. So they knew what the fans, the media did not know. So for them, it was a great trade, and it paid off. 5th as opposed to playing. So it paid off. They knew what they were doing.
I think we won one more game than we did last year with the injuries that we had this year. To me, a lot of people see that like, oh, it was a bad trade. Y'all was number 2 in the West last year, and now y'all 5, but y'all don't take into account the totality of the injuries. Yeah. All right. Back to the kick of the day. Mine, I got these old threes right here, man.
Here we
These
go.
old navy blue threes.
Tell us a story about them. What's the story?
Ain't no story behind it. I just wanted to match my shirt and my hat. It's
Okay.
a story behind the shirt and the hat, though.
Okay.
You know who DJ Screw is? You from Cali.
I know who DJ Screw is.
What
man.
he do? Who is?
I know who he is, man. I know he.
Okay.
I don't know everything about him, but I know
Alright.
who he is, man.
Alright.
Here you
Nah,
go.
the Astros did a collab with DJ Screw, and they dropped a couple of hats, man. So I grabbed
I
one.
know you copped it.
Grabbed the shirt, man. I got lucky.
Hat
man.
collection, shoe collection, it's up there.
I mean,
It's up there.
You know, you try and get what you couldn't back in the day.
It's all right.
Try
You
to
rep
get what you
Houston.
can
I'm
get.
rep LA, man. I'm putting my LA
You do
fitted
be
on.
wearing the hell out some LA.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
gotta, you know,
You right.
you got to represent where we from.
You do.
You got Houston on every day. I got to put LA on.
You do.
So-
You do. Okay. All right. Let's jump into this marriage talk.
You sure?
Let's do it. Topic. First topic. Dumb arguments that turn serious. How do they start? Give me an example. Do you want one? Because I have one.
Give me one first. Let me
Okay,
see, 'cause
so-
I feel like anything.
Bro,
I'm gonna get beat up after
the
this
dumbest
episode. but
argument to me
women
is when, let's just hypothetically,
yeah, you better.
hypothetically, let's say somebody's girlfriend, significant other, or wife is on social media, and they're scrolling, and then they see something, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, and then they say, "What you think about that?"
I don't know nothing.
And then you be, that's how I used to
I
do.
don't know nothing.
I just be like, man, I don't know. It is what it is. I'm good for them. No, I'm trying to have a conversation with you. Hypothetically, the person with the stuff, right? So then it's like, well, I don't think this, that, and the other, or this, that, and the, really? That's how you feel? Da-da-da-da. I said, why would you start an argument over these make-believe people?
That's why you gotta learn to brush it off and bring up something else. You gotta,
Man,
that's cool. Yeah, but what we eating or come on?
I
how
do
about-
that now.
Yeah.
I do that now. But back in the day, like when I was fresh in the marriage game and I didn't know
Man,
no
you
better.
asked me. That's
Bruh.
she looks solid. You gonna ask me crazy question like that? I'm gonna
No,
give my
it wasn't
real
even about-
opinion.
it wasn't even the
That's
woman.
a nice outfit. That's fly.
Or like it'll be
The
like
heels is fresh.
Like people will set a camera
What?
up. People will set a camera up in the kitchen. Several camera angles of them cooking and the dude hugging on her, kissing on her neck, and it's like, this is what intimacy looks like. And she's like, see, look. I said, you want me to go set some cameras up and do some make believe?
That's what she's telling
They
you.
actors.
That's what she's telling you, man.
I said that's fake.
That's social media.
That's social media. Like
That's
it's
social media.
It's a trap.
That's why don't ask me no stupid shit, and I won't give you super response. It's social media. I'm gonna be real. We gonna get in trouble. We gonna get in trouble. Stay authentic. Don't ask me no shit about something fake that somebody planned and they like, let's do it again. Let's take another one. I don't care about none of that. That's not real love, or that's not this. He ain't like that. She ain't like. So yeah.
I love my wife. It's just fun. It's really interesting sometimes, like the way, women's brains are wired differently. They're very much so more emotionally intelligent
Tread
than
lightly.
us. Very much so more.
Gotta go home tonight.
But I do. But this ain't coming
My
out
door
right
will
off the
be
bat.
open. I got a guest room if you need
this
somewhere to
episode ain't
stay.
coming out right off the bat. But it's just it's funny how like some of the questions, like if I was a leaf, would you still love me?
Listen to me. If I get a question asked like that, my response is in my facial. You serious? Make it make sense. Or sometimes I might just turn the music. Come on, man. Don't ask me no.
If I ain't had no legs, would you still love me? Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. All right. What's the dumb argument that you want to talk about, man? Come on.
I don't know, man. I don't argue, so I don't do arguments,
Come on, man.
I'm dead ass. I don't argue. I'm not arguing. No lie. I'm not gonna argue. Ask her. We don't argue.
Jedi mind trick over there.
There's nothing to argue about. I start hitting with facts. We ain't gonna argue. We're gonna talk it out. It's gonna be an adult conversation, but an argument where one of us is left upset, we don't really have those.
Hey, man, you take the talk to teach us.
You asked me
How
a
do we
question,
do
man.
How do we do this? I'm asking. Like, put me on game.
Patience. There's a lot of patience, but for me, what's the point of arguing with somebody for the outcome to go nowhere? Egos start getting involved, pride starts getting involved. So an argument, we just talk about it. We make sure we get it out in that moment or whatever it is, and whatever differences that we have. Hopefully, we have a better understanding of my feelings, her feelings, whatever, and then we move on. We don't hold on to anything. It's not the next day, and we not talk. We act like we don't know each other. We don't. Yeah. So it's no art. We honestly.
It's been like that from day one with y'all?
Day one.
That's what's up.
We honestly laugh at everything. We more of, humor and stuff like that to where it's like we just going to laugh about it. Hell, we talk about it, laugh about it, and move on. And that's just how we, the household is. So it's healthy for my relationship and our household.
Yeah.
But, certain things are not going to work for everybody because certain people can't let go of something or, they got to have the last word and stuff like that. Nah, not over here.
So I've heard like from different people, talking about their marriages and their wives and stuff like there's certain wives that will refuse to say sorry. Like they will refuse to.
Is that pride or ego?
I don't know. And then they'll also, sometimes they don't even want to have a conversation about whatever the issue is. They just get quiet.
Well, a lot of women want you to read their mind. And we don't specialize in reading minds. I can't predict the future. I'm not Miss Cleo. I don't have a crystal ball. So unless you articulate or are vocal about what's going on, I'm more of a let's figure it out. What's the solution? Why waste time and get mad? Let's just figure it out.
I say this about my wife, man. She, I don't have to guess what's on her mind. Like she's gonna let me know. And if she's not happy about something, she's gonna communicate that. And I asked you if y'all have been doing that from day one, because for me, the way I understood interactions, conversations, disagreements that could turn into arguments when we first got together is not how I view them now. Right? So what I may have been quick to say something back about, now I just be like, you know what I mean? And now, back in the day when I did, was like, well, I caught myself trying to explain myself, and then you be like, am I trying to win or am I trying to find a solution to the problem?
I feel like that's what an argument is. It's somebody trying to win a debate.
Yeah.
I was right, or I prove I was right, but if you really think about it, you're not listening to the other person. You just upset, you frustrated, and y'all just going back and forth. So nothing's really getting discussed when you upset and you having an argument.
Yeah.
So that's not really talking. That's just people talking at each other, and you're not getting anything out of it. It's like what you said.
It's not about keeping score.
But it's like what you said. When you prior relationship or early in your relationship, I had other relationships that helped me get to a place that I'm at now. So now it's about I learn how you start is how it's going to be throughout your whole relationship. So if I set the tone and I'm this way, still compromise and do stuff like that. But if there's non-negotiables, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I'm just not going to do it. And I stand on that. That's just what it's going to be. So that's going to make the other person adjust as well to be like, damn, it's really peaceful, not just arguing because it's pointless.
I'll say your way, you had a lot more skin in the game than me when it came to relationships and prior experience in serious relationships. For me, I was out here just dating and doing whatever.
I was doing that too before the serious relationship.
I know. But you still had that experience. For me, I didn't feel like I owed anybody an explanation because we're not exclusive. So I'm gonna do what I want, you do what you want, and we together we enjoy each other's company, right? So my wife was my first serious relationship.
So you were learning a lot.
Boy.
But then you also get experiences from watching your peers' relationships and you got
I was
that.
The first
you
one
got
to get
that.
married
You got, but no, I'm just talking even relationship. You got that friend that's in a toxic relationship, and you man, how the hell do you deal with this? And they love it. They gonna go right back to that. Man, I can't stand the shit she do, but he right back there getting that headache. And I'm like, bro, ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm about to. You know what I mean?
Hey,
girls too. I can't stand them. We'll go tell everybody about how bad they man is, but be right back there.
It's undefeated.
If he call. So it's
undefeated.
Yeah,
you get a hold of you, you'll go back.
Yeah, man.
It's undefeated.
Yeah, man, you gotta know what's important.
you gotta separate your mind from your body,
for
man.
some reason,
it's undefeated, man.
I can't let it go.
I ain't never had it like that before. But look,
I ain't know she was like that. I ain't never ever had that. Ever.
Nah, so
I'm cool, man.
So
keep my peace over that.
I'll say this, man. My wife does a great job of making me have uncomfortable conversations. And early on, I really wasn't comfortable having them, and now sometimes I have them before she's ready to have them. And I'm just like, hey, what we doing? You know, like it wasn't my intention for it to come out that way. This is what I meant, right? Like having a conversation about it so that you see where I'm coming from, I see where you coming from, and then we leave with a better understanding.
Delivery is very important in any relationship, friendship, relationship. You know, it's in how you say it that can be, you know, interpreted or perceived, you know, either negative or in a positive light. Mm-hmm. So I think just on the delivery, I've learned how to deliver things in a certain way, which keeps it mellow. Mm-hmm. You know, so you're not like, are you trying to, you fucking with me right now? Or are you serious? Like, now it's just like, I make people think, like, damn, wait a minute. Maybe I was wrong. Mm-hmm. So it's just in how you deliver stuff too.
Yeah. I had to learn that. And so now even if I'm just talking to her and whether I'm tired or whatever, if I say something too quick and I feel like I shouldn't have said that. Like
timing is everything.
Yeah. I'll be like, hey, I ain't mean it like that. Before it just be like, it is what it is. She probably ain't even take it that way, and then she's upset.
But she sees your body language. She see you kind of like
all that is a part of it, man. Because really, for me, like, and I'm sure a lot of people feel this way. Like, marriage is a 24/7 job. Like, there's no days off. There's no coasting. And when you take your foot off of the gas, like putting in the work and like moving towards the right direction in your marriage, that's when, you know, things don't really go the way they're supposed to. At least for me. Whenever I feel like, all right, cool, we good. We ain't been doing this. We ain't been doing that. I think I'm good. You're like, well, you ain't been doing like, damn, I haven't been doing that. I thought I was. You know, because you just juggling.
Well, you got to also realize you factor in that you human. So you do have, you know, if you're married or if you're just in a dating relationship, but you have kids and you got a job, you got responsibilities, you always going to be doing something. It's just how you prioritize the time and how you do it. Mm-hmm. Some weeks, some months, certain things are going to be, you know, higher than others, but that's for you to kind of figure out your, you know, your schedule and your agenda on what's important. This month I got to focus on this because one of my kids has this that needs to be taken care of, or we got a trip coming up, or we need to invest in something. So, hey, I got to see me less, but you know why. Mm-hmm. So as long as everything is communicated, communication is probably the biggest thing that is the principle for a successful relationship in any type of relationship. You got to have that communication.
I think consistency too. And sometimes for me, when you have multiple kids and you getting pulled in different directions at work and you got this, that, and the other going on, you can drop the ball in certain areas and not even realize it because time is going to continue to move. And so for me, what I found helpful is I designate certain days for certain activities with my wife, right? Because I'll talk to some people and they be like, man, I ain't been on a date with my wife in 6-7 months. I can't do that. Right,
that's crazy.
Yeah. I can't do that. So like for me, like I work. You work extra jobs. I do too. So like every other Friday, I work my EJ. I work this week. The next Friday, that's hers. Yeah. Right. If she wants it, if she's not doing homework or whatever, right. Mm-hmm. But she knows like, hey, and we take turns. We take turns. Like she'll play in one, I'll play in one. She'll play in one, I'll play in one. But if I have like something on like the Saturday or the Sunday where we're together, then we don't have to, you know, go out just to say we went out because we're going to be together the next day. But you got to make time for each other away from the kids because it's easy to lose yourself with just taking care of like
parents
home,
need
and
breaks
you end
too.
up feeling like you with a roommate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can happen.
Yeah. So as far as the argument, man, we'll wrap that up. Like when it feels like you're in competition instead of collaboration, you know you lost your way. So when you feel like you're, and I told her this. I said, man, I feel like you got a PhD in arguing. I don't like to argue, and so
you got a GED in it.
Man, listen, I'm still taking night school classes, man. I ain't even got that.
Man, they graduate.
Yeah. So it's like when I check my ego at the door, and like when I go into a conversation with her, like I want her to feel better. I want to get if I'm wrong, I'm admit I'm wrong. But if I need her to understand where I'm coming from, I'm gonna communicate that in a way with my delivery to where it's not just adding lighter fluid on the fire. Right? We're gonna come away with this with a better understanding.
Ain't gonna help. Ain't gonna help, brother. Ain't gonna help.
All right, man. Let's jump into this video reaction, man. Let's jump into this video.
What you got, man? Let's laugh. We laughing or we crying? What we doing?
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You feel me? And it's crazy because they won't even do it like that. Hello. How are you doing today? What can I do for you?
That's how he do me at work. When he around the other sergeants, that's how he act.
No, I don't. No, I don't. And here's the marriage ones.
He lost the battle.
Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah, that one funny. That's what I prevent in my household.
Oh, this one.
I like the other one. That one funny.
The Coach Carter?
He thought he won.
Yeah.
The one he thought he won, he ain't eating 3 days. 72 hours, he ain't get a meal.
I had to apologize for being right. All right. Yeah, man. That's
and that's the reason why it's pointless to argue. You're never gonna win an argument with a woman.
It's sad but true, brother.
Yeah. Why waste your time?
Yeah.
Hit her with you right.
You
right.
You won
right.
the
You got a point.
Then that starts another argument.
No, it don't.
What's it say? You won the battle, but you lost the war.
Yeah, he lost the war. He ain't eating 72 hours.
Man,
he was hungry.
You forget who feed you.
But I cook, so I will never lose.
I know how to make a sandwich too,
brother.
I can make me some spaghettis. I think I'll be all right. But nah, man, it's
dinners.
It's funny, like we said, man. When you competition over collaboration, when you realize that you arguing to try and win to prove your point. What are we even doing? Like you're not going against that person. Y'all supposed to be working together to try and find a solution.
Settle your differences anyway, man. Just yeah.
So it says to add to kind of wrap it up. You don't win marriage by being right. You win by being aligned. Now let's jump into this law enforcement. Okay, so we jumping into the police law enforcement aspect of the show. Okay, so my question is, what's one moment when your instincts kicked in before anything ever happened?
I'm not answering that one. Give me another question.
Okay.
You don't want my
sore
answer.
spot.
Yeah,
I got you.
I got like spidey senses, and you don't want to know what kind of senses.
All right. Okay. I have an alternative.
All right.
What's the most random thing someone has said to you while you were in full uniform?
Can I get your number, and are you single?
That's random. I didn't come to your class and tell you that was gonna happen.
Yeah, but I had to live it to see it first. And it might happen to you with 13 years on. Like,
as soon as you put that uniform on.
Well, I'm downtown on Main Street, so
all the homeless folks, they be hollering at you.
No, I'm talking about the clubs and stuff.
The homeless baddies.
Oh man, no sir. We don't have no strap-on stories like my man's over here. Come on, from the last episode, man. I'm cool.
Keep the strap on me.
He probably had to tag it for evidence and shit too.
I think we did.
I'm cool, man.
I think we
would have left that on scene,
we
man.
did have to tag it.
I didn't see it. That's
because when they go to court, what's the reason that it happened?
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a question. Who tagged it? You or your partner? Who walked in with that to the evidence room?
I do not recall.
Oh yeah, good.
I
good
do
answer.
not recall. I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember. I know we had to. Though.
His old partner. Could we get you on the line? We'll get you called in. Let's see who tagged that in.
Yeah, we we started to spill water. All right, so I can say that one too.
All right.
And of course, people say they ask questions. Are you insert random light skinned person? So the one moment where your instincts kicked in before anything happened.
Yeah,
I would say mine was I was a rookie. And I was riding. They used to let you ride with like different, like the TAC team, DWI.
Like a rotation.
Yeah, like a mini rotation. While you were waiting on the rest of your class to get out.
Mm-hmm.
So I rode 2 weeks with TAC, and we were running a murder warrant. And they said that they had the dude. They saw him in there. They knew he was in the apartment.
You kicked down the door.
Listen to me. I said my instinct. So we knew he was in the apartment, and they said he was known to have an AK-47. Bet. So they got the tech team, they going in, they setting up on it was 2 stories, one at the bottom and one at the top. And I'm standing outside on the perimeter with this other cat, and I'm standing there next to him, and I'm like, we ain't got no cover, no concealment. We just standing on the sidewalk. And I said, hey, I know I'm new, but didn't they say he got an AK? And he was like, yeah. I said, okay, I'm going to go over here. And I went and stood behind the telephone pole like I'm going to just, my common sense was tingling, right? So fast forward, we end up finding out that the cat is in there. And so I'm up on the top floor with that group of the tech guys, and then they had some on the bottom floor. So they get the bottom door open. Mm-hmm. He sends out like his kids.
Okay.
He sends his kids out the bottom, right, just to kind of see how many is out there. At the top, the door comes open, and we're in the doorway. No. First off, we in the hallway. Again, no cover and concealment. And I'm like, hey, I know I'm new, but didn't they say he got an AK? Mm-hmm. I'm finna go back here in the doorway.
Was this team newly put together?
Nah, bro. They just okay. You know how they adrenaline was pumping and stuff?
Yeah.
They're great guys. Not saying no names, great guys. But if they remember, if they watch this, they know I'm not lying. I said, hey, I know I'm new, but I'm finna go back here in this doorway just in case he come out like Scarface, right? Mm-hmm. So I go back, and they all come back with me eventually like, yeah, you know what, this rookie right. So they come back there with me. And we all got our guns drawn, and we waiting, we giving them verbal commands to come out. He sends his wife out. Then he comes out, and he's crawling to us. And there's a officer in front of me, shorter guy. He's a sergeant now. And he like a pit bull. You can tell he's trying to get him. And they like, crawl towards me. He's crawling slow, and he tries to go. I grab him by the back of his neck, like on the back of his thing. I say, hey, you don't know who else is in there.
Yeah. Like,
he's crawling, but somebody might still come out and ambush you, dog. Like, make him crawl all the way to us.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, you right. So then he came back, and, we called him. Boom, nobody else was in the house. We cleared it, right? But, bro, I'm not the most book smart person. Never pretended to be. But I got some common sense.
Yeah.
I got some common sense. And that's carried me throughout my career. And I didn't have no tech training. That just was like off of GP. And I felt like,
common sense. I mean, that's a lot of what policing is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Especially safety. I mean, that's the number one thing.
Yeah.
Making safe decisions.
So, you sure you don't want to answer that?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Okay.
I'm cool with my answer.
All right. Right on. Boom. So, we talked about marriage. Mm-hmm. We talked about how it's not 50-50, it's 100-100. Everybody has to put in 100% effort, right? Everybody has to put in that effort emotionally, physically, mentally, it's like I said, I say kids are one of the most challenging but also the most rewarding things that you could ever do as far as like having a child, right? Yeah. But marriage is also rewarding, but it is challenging every day. Not like, oh man, I don't want to be here, but it's like it challenges me personally to like be a better man and like be the best version of myself for my wife, right? Because to being a dad, that comes natural.
That's because you take it serious. At the end of the day, you want it to be successful. You want it to be, your safe haven, your peace. So that's why you want to put all that energy, the healthy energy, into making sure everything is aligned, like you said.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a lot of us that didn't have an example to follow. You know what I mean? Yeah, so a lot of us are kind of, charting our own path and figuring it out as we go. And me and my wife, we'll sit, we get into it and we make we love each other and we'll look back, like, dang, we've been together this long. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then we think about all of the things that we've done, all the places we've gone. We watch our kids grow up, the house we built, the family we built, and it just, for me, it makes it easier for me to refocus and remember, like, keep the main thing. Get out your own head, check your ego at the door, and understand that you're not my opposition. Like, we're in this together.
Team.
Yeah. You got anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good, Dr. Love. This was all you, brother.
You want Dr. Love, right? Argue.
If y'all need any,
I'm trying to be like you,
what camera is mine? If y'all need any relationship advice, email this man. This is Dr. Love.
I'm gonna send you to him because he don't argue.
I'm not taking new clients at the moment, so I'm gonna send them right back in direct.
I get the overflow. What I mean? That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Nah, we appreciate y'all for tuning in with us, man. We'll be back next episode. Until then, stay blessed.